Hiya guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Cuts Pack. It is a very, very rainy day. And this is actually a problem because I'm using steam like crazy and my solar boilers are very, very cold. It's horrible. These things are overflowing. I have a lot to talk about. Ahio has finished his house. Let's take a look at their house. It's got some awesome deco craft stuff in here, like chandeliers and a piano and a cool seat and a cool pumpkin for Halloween and a deco bench. I think this is how you craft things. Yes. And some cabinets, which have a horrible looking GUI, but it's very cute because you can use them as inventories. And some nice art, which is a skeleton and a burrito. A double bed. These actually function. And another cabinet. So, it's kind of empty, but it's Ahio's house. I think he's going to fill it over time. And then, what happened over this way? What has happened over this way? If I remember right. INAP has been doing some cool building. INAP has created this road, which leads to this bridge, which leads to a broken chunk. This house, which is a cute little house. It's very small. It's very hard to get around in, actually. It's got tiny, tiny rooms, but it's very fashionable. And we've got a cute little kitchen here with all the Pam's Artistcraft stuff in it, like the cutting board as well. Very cool. And what's upstairs? Got a whole bunch of building materials in there. And that looks about it, except for some hidden Essentia jars over there in that little cubby. Wonder if Cuts knows that INAP's been stealing Essentia jars. What else have we not talked about since? Oh, we have the Screaming Box. The Screaming Box is quite cool. I think this was actually built the last time I did a recording, but we hadn't got it functional, or I just didn't talk about it. The Screaming Box spawns ghasts, because right now we have an Enderman problem. If we look at ghast tiers, the Enderman problem is, because the overworld is so peaceful, Endermen don't spawn unless we go to the end. So if we look at ghast tiers, you can make them there and there and there, but more importantly, why am I looking at making them? I want to look at uses. If we look at Mana Infusion, you get one ghast tier to one pearl. So that's how we have to do ender pearls, so we made the Scream Box. With the Scream Box, you take an infused soul aspect. I'm not going to actually do it on camera because it takes some time and is unnecessary, but you put, what's on here? You take 2 Volatus souls and 1 Ignis soul, and that will spawn a ghast. Well, it continually spawn ghasts. These are infused soul aspects. The infused soul aspects are way harder to get, but they don't disappear once you use them. You can use normal soul aspects, but they will disappear after one use. If we continue through here, I'm just going to pass by and get some more food, it looks like. Food. No. Yes. Only a little bit. So at some point we're going to have to go get more potatoes. Yum, potatoes. I really need to sort these guys out with some real food source because, as you know, Hunger Overhaul nerfs some food sources, and we need better ones. So if we come this way, you'll notice I have a few more machines and stuff. We opened looking at all this junk. This is open computers. I'll get to that. Very important. What new machines do we have today? We have, I think, we had up to the assembling machine, but we have since got the centrifuge, which we are putting blaze powder in here to get sulfur. Now I'm not sure whether I've mentioned this on camera, but we've had a sulfur shortage because for whatever reason Cuts thinks it's luck. I think it's a bug. Because in a 200 by 200 chunk area in the nether, there is no sulfur. And I still need to show you guys how I know that. And I promise you I will. But we have a source of sulfur now, because now that I've built a basic centrifuge, I can centrifuge blaze powder, which gets us for 2 blaze powder, 1 dark ashes and 1 sulfur dust. Pretty good. We have a basic forming press. The only reason I made this was so that I could make graphite. Not graphite, but I can get there through this. Tell me how to make coal rods. We make coal rods out of formed coal electrode premix. So I had to make coal electrode premix, and you put that through an extruder shape in a forming press, and you get coal electrode premix, which you then put into some machines which are packed away, and you get coal rods, and then you get the coal rods and you put them with more coal dust and you get graphite rods. Now, I'm not going to go into too much detail about that because that's IHL stuff, and at the moment IHL is in the dog box because it's causing crashes. So I think it's actually potentially on the chopping blocks for what we're doing. I'm going to put that back because I don't need it. And we'll talk about empty hand, shift click. There we go. We'll talk about that tablet in a bit. So forming press is kind of useless. I have an electric furnace because it's just helpful. And I have a lot more iron. I've been sitting here macerating iron all day because I need a lot of iron, and frankly I'm probably going to need a lot more steel because we have a heck of a build ahead of us. And this chest is going to get in the way, but not for now. Here, going forwards, is going to be a processing array of stuff. And this is kind of part of the reason why we still don't have a roof on the place, but I'm going to have to put a temporary one. Oh, and we've got some dirt covering this here thing, basic chemical bath, because we needed to make paper. Let me tell you about paper. In GRAEGtech, if you want to make paper, you do it the hard way, which is Chad, and you get 2 paper, and it takes 2 stone slabs as well as the 3 Chad, and you lose the stone slabs in the process, which is very silly if you ask me. But how do you make Chad? You make it by mortar and pestle and sugarcane. There is a massive loss going on, so I think Cuts worked it out to you get 2 bits of paper for 6. Yeah, 2 bits of paper for 6. No, 4 bits of paper for 6 sugarcane, which is horrible. But on the other hand, once again, Greg pulling the rug from out from under the naysayers, paper in a chemical bath, if we go to sugarcane, is 1 to 1 with a little bit of water. Doesn't actually need distilled water. There is probably one in here that shows, yeah, there you go, water, sugarcane, paper. And you get 1 to 1, which is normal. I mean, that's vanilla normal, but it makes you feel good after you've been using that terrible paper recipe from the start. So we have this ad hoc thing set up here. If you're wondering where it's getting power, it's running under here and over here, which is also powering these computers, and it's coming under here. There's another battery box in behind there, you can see it, and it has a single battery in it so that it can have 1 times cable running around the place, and that's how that's getting powered. So we are going to need to stick a roof over the area that I'm going to be building in today. So let me just quickly gather some dirt. We'll make dirt roof. It reminds me that I still have to finish off the why didn't I grab that sitting stack? Here we go. Reminds me that I have to finish off this building rather than just leaving it as this kind of open air mess. So let's go on up here and cover this thing. Now it won't need to go all the way back. remember that you do need at least one block on all 8 adjacent blocks to make sure that machines do not get hit by rain, because the block next to them counts as it being rained on. So I'm going to put this dirt roof over it, over my work area, and we should be good. Yeah, that makes things a lot faster. Having a nice ring to build off. Don't have a builder's wand. There is no extra utilities in this pack, so we have to make do with the old-fashioned click, 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 click. And done. Cool. So let's just drop down. Now I need 6 macerators, 1 hammer, and 3 furnaces. That's what I've come up in my head. I actually went in creative and created the thing in advance. We're gonna have to move this. Oh boy. We ready for inventory fun? Okay, you can go out. That's what I wanted. Thank you very much. We're gonna stick this all the way over here. Back on up. Pick up the rest. I only missed one. This one's going to be worse because it's a full chest. Oh boy. Out. There we go. All that in here. I have a lot more gold, a lot more iron, a lot more everything really. Just because I've been sitting there. We also grew gold plants because we were so sick and tired of not having any gold. The only way to get gold early game with GRAEGified is to find a magnetite vein. Magnetite is a horrible ore early game. Kind of useless. It's an iron type. And sometimes, depending on the magnetite vein, because not always, sometimes the magnetite vein will have gold in it. Why do I want to go to sleep? Oh well. So we've moved that. Now we need to start building maserators. Hui! So let's look at what maserators need. A diamond each, a motor each, a piston each, and that. So we need 6 of them, which means we need 12 electronic circuits. That's a lot of copper and rubber, but I'm sure we will manage, and we'll start with those actually. So let's see. 2 electronic circuits, my chest is over here now, is 4 copper. So it's 4 copper per macerator. Do my visual math here. Some of you may look at me with despicable eyes, but I think there's nothing wrong with visual math. That's coming from the person who can't do head math very well. So I need to cook up that alloy, and then we need half as much of that in tin. So that was 12 tin. And then we're going to need a junk load of steel for those casings. So I'll be back once I have the bits and pieces to make the NAND circuits. See you soon. Okay, I'm back. I have 48 red alloy wire, 24 refined iron item casings, and 24 tin wire. That's all going to become 24 NAND chips. Now, we need... I keep clicking that one thinking it's a chest, because it's where my chest should be. 12 steel plates and 6 times that in copper wire. No, 3 times that in copper ingots. Minus 21. That makes things annoying, doesn't it? I'm going to need a lot more rubber. So I need 12 copper ingots. Right? It's 3 per. And I need 2 each. Per thingy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 copper ingots. Per machine. Yeah, 36 copper ingots. 2 wires. I've had to shut down the turbine, so it's all running on battery power at the moment, as you can see, because the steam is so low. Someone was not sleeping during the night time, so the solar boilers kind of went dead. I've had to fire up the coal boiler. So we'll start recovering now, but it'll be horrible in the meantime. Steel plates. We're not going to have enough rubber, so I need to get to making that. Stick the NAND chips there and there. And I guess... yeah, because I couldn't be bothered calculating what that was, which is like half that in copper ingots. 10.5 10.5 copper ingots off of that. So I guess I could take that out now, actually. Let's take 10 of you out. +1, because there is no 0.5. There we go. I took the wrong stack out. Oh, whatever. Also, I'm doing it wrong. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay. 36 minus 19. Here we go. This is how Rosie does math when she makes a mistake. 36 was how many we put in there. 19 is how many are remaining in there. And minus the 10. 26. No. 23. Right. Okay. Or something. I don't know anymore. I'm too confused. I think I did that okay. If not, you can all laugh at me. It's fine. Go plates, go. Now, I need to set up rubber. So, I have some resin laying around somewhere. That is honeydew, and that is 4 sticky resin. I have a lot more than that somewhere. Oh right, we have yet another problem, which is going to put a gigantic halt in what we're doing now. And where is my sticky resin? I had like stacks of it. Here it is. Some of it anyway. We don't have an extractor because when the machines blew up, we lost the extractor and I did not report that as missing. This may actually be a good time for us to make an basic extractor. Which means we're going to have to make 2 more NAND chips, 2 more circuits, and what have you? Where am I? High pressure extractor, basic extractor. That's going to be cool. I'll be back once I make that basic extractor. Okay, finally back. Now, I want to talk about something in Greg. Be very, very careful. Because I can make these 8 plates anyway. When you are making plates, do not. Or when you are making LV machine hulls, remember, right tool for the right job. Because steel plate... Sorry, I'll craft one. You want Greek Tech? We come through here. You will see at some point soon, probably. Ugh, hull. Steel hull. 8 and a hammer. Casing. Somewhere around here. Solid steel machine casing. No. Clean stainless steel machine casing? No. LV machine casing. 8 steel plates and a wrench. So the difference between the wrench and the hammer, you have just wasted 8 steel. And the reason I say wasted is because the only way to get that steel back is by sticking in a macerator, which gives you steel dust. And unless you have a blast furnace that's free, that isn't producing its own steel out of iron, the only way you're going to get it back is through a blast furnace. Like that. So, unfortunately, that steel has gone to the pits of the dust chest. Oh well. But now I have an extractor. Hooray! Which has... For some reason I didn't put any sticky resin in there. It's going to produce some sticky resin. I'm going to need a lot more of this, and I'm also going to need a lot more steel, because I'm going to need at least 6 LV machine casings, which is 48 steel. And I have 24. So, steel is one of those things that takes a long time to make. I'm going to cut here, and I'll come back once I have lots more steel. See you soon. Hey guys, and we are back. 6 LV machine casings down. There was a lot of steel production in that time. Horribly slow steel production to the point where I had to take the time to make things go just a little bit faster. I need to make 16 of these into nuggets. Oh boy, that's going to take a little while as well. I need to turn this into wrought iron for the LV machine casing, but there is stuff we can do while that cooks, fortunately. And don't have to cut away again so soon. As you can see, steel is still being made. We are running out of candleberries though. We'll probably not get the rest of that done. Maybe it will. It's 4 stacks of candleberries. Oh, we've changed things. It's 4 stacks of candleberries to 1 stack of iron ingots. So I'm just going to put that back in there if you don't mind. Okay, that is producing. Good, good. I mean, I could do that in the furnace that's back there, but it's nice to just be able to dump it all in there, like it has a hopper on top. Set and forget. Cool. In the meantime, I did the math on that copper so badly. Oh my god. Like, I've got spare copper coming out my ears. As you can see. But I also have a lot of rubber, because thanks to getting that extractor made. So there's our 64, and then I need another 8. So as you can tell, we had nowhere near enough rubber before I went and did that little excursion to make an extractor. But now we do, so let's just do that, and then that, and then that, and that's 12, which is 6 maserators. Bam! Okay, next on the list are lots of tin cable. That's okay. So that's 2 per LV machine, so 2, 3, 4, 5 per machine, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 30 tin plus motors plus pistons. We'll do the motors and pistons first and then deal with the 30 tin cable. That should be the easier way of doing things. So I need twice as many because there's a motor in an electric piston, as you can see. So I need 12 motors, which is 12 times 3, 24, 36 iron. Tell you what, playing Greg does in fact make somebody like me who is terrible at mental arithmetic a lot better at mental arithmetic because of how necessary it is. That's going to break my file. It's about time it broke anyway. Let's see if we can make a file out of gems, because I have so many of them, but probably not. No, it's all plates. Okie doke. So what do we make you out of? Because I'm out of cobalt. Sorry, not cobble. Probably make a Damascus steel one, right? Metal bender, basic plate. Can I make a file head out of you? Yes, I can. Oh, awesome. Alright, so we'll use Damascus steel, since it's not useful for anything else. I mean, that's why we do have metallurgy in the pack after all, is because it's good for tools. Although it's very hard in this pack to actually make it. I think the one that I'm doing here Never mind. I'm a dumb. 36. Cool. And 1/3 of those, thank you Minecraft, turns into redstone. Excuse the steam boop. Okay, so that's that. And how many more copper cables? What? No. No! How many more copper cables do I need? 9, 10, 11, 12. I need 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. I need 9 more of those, which is 4 more of you straight into the wire mill. While that's cooking, I'm going to go and get rid of whoever's on Steam. Alright. Copper cables. I need to sleep again, but we are just going to go for it. So there's 47. That's one too many, but that's okay. It'd be one too many. So 12 motors. We need 6 tin. That is magnesium. I did this the first time. You guys probably noticed when I picked it out of the chest. Magnesium. Manganese, sorry. Looks so similar to me. Which is funny, because usually I have pretty good colour perception. And there is a definite colour difference when I take the time to look at it. You can't make wires out of ingots, Rosie. There you go. Go, go, go. Tin cable, tin cable. You can do it. I Habib in you. And for some reason I took not enough carpet and string. Silly me. I'm also going to need more string. That's right, we can go visit this, the farms. Okay, that is 12 motors. That is 6 motors. Why is that 6 motors? Because I didn't make enough tin. My counting brain is just not onto it. I'll be right back. Okay, nearly done. It's the last 12. I don't know why I thought it was only 12. There I go, taking the wrong amount of carpet again. And we are absolutely 100% out of string right now. Not good. Oh, what now? I'm 1 copper wire short. Everything is bad. Everything is bad and terrible. 12 motors. Okay, pistons probably the easiest, but we're certainly going to need that string next. So I'm going to eat some potatoes and we're going to go for a run to the farms. And yeah, farms, unfortunately, because they're all the way over here, aren't chunk loaded. But I do have my green grove on me because of TTFTCUTS and working on the blood altar. Also, I have to show you a different structure we've got going. We're trying to purposefully taint an area of land, and that's pretty tricky for us to manage at this point. And Cuts has had an idea, and unfortunately, because I've been on the server for many hours since it's been built, I don't think it's going to work, but I'll show you what it is anyway. Excuse me a second. Oh my god, sorry. There are boops coming from everywhere. Apparently everyone wants to talk to me right now. Apologize a lot for that. As you can see, we're at the farms. I've had some... I've set up a whole lot of things. By the way, I may as well talk about it while we're here. When I got to doing the gold plants, which are these ones, these aura gold seeds, I realised that bone meal just wasn't going to work on them anymore. which is a royal pain. So underneath you can see I've got special dirt. That's enchanted earth. Isn't it? Enchanted earth. Yep. From Magic Bees, which is made with an essence of false life, which is pretty difficult to make if you're not using Thorncraft, in which case it's very, very easy to make. So we've got 9 of that, and under that is the 9 gold ore required to grow ore gold. So that's one form of growth boosting. And then we have the sprinkler. The Agricraft sprinkler wets an area and it improves growth. And then on top of that we've got the green growth. So 3 different ones we use to get the gold going. But here's what we're actually after. All this delicious cotton. Which I have my very specific pattern about harvesting these. I don't just wildly pick them. I kind of go in my spiral. Make sure that I get everything. There we go, 3. We get plenty of string. Okay, see you back at the base. Okay, and we are back. Just hop over the wall. This is how I've been doing things. Really should build this building rather than leaving it a half-built heap. And we needed string for our cables. No. I've lost my... What were we doing? We made our electric motors. And then we were going to make pistons. And I needed string for... Oh my god. Oh well, we've got our string. I don't think I actually had plans for that string yet. I just think I ran out and then knew that I needed some. So, pistons. 2 tin cables each. And we need 6 pistons. So we need 12 tin cables, which means we need 6 tin ingots turned into wires. While that's being done, we need 3 steel per piston. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Visual math. Oi. So those need to become plates. We will grab that while we're here. Go. You can do it. Right. of each. Inventory tweaks it up. Okay. In you go. We've got our plates going. We need 12 more steel and 6 more steel. 6 more plates. You'll see what that's for in a second. And these need to be filed down into rods. So now 12 rods. We'll take those. Why? Yeah, what's going to happen? We will put you in here and 6 down here. And a hammer for our small steel gears. Yay, that's why we need the 6 extra steel. And take the rest of those. That's 6 pistons, 6 motors, 6 pistons, 12 electronic circuits, and now we need 30 of those. So we need 15 tin ingots. In you go. That was magnesium again. No, it wasn't. Okay. See, now I'm just paranoid. Nom 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 nom. Comfort potatoes. Macerator. And I think we're actually done. Oh my god, we are. No, we're not. We've got the hulls. We have the hulls to do. Which was included in my 30 wires count. We needed you to get done. We may as well do this here. 8. And one more. 16 wrought ingots. Need to turn them into plates. Oh, but we are so close. So close to 6 whole macerators in a lot less time than it's taken me to make all these machines, actually. As I said, you speed up, you get good at these things. Even if you do make mistakes as often as I do with my counting. And are we good? Right, 10 cables. We want 30 carpet. And 30 string. For 30 tin cables. And you go there. Go. It's sitting around somewhere. I have extra steel plates, I think. Because I need 6 of them, so I'll just print that. In case I don't. I do not. We're so close. We are so very close. 16. I miscounted. That was weird. How many times did I make a miscount this episode? There are no prizes, but I think it might be fun. 6 LV machine hulls and 18 wires, so those go like that, except not you. You go like that. Then we have the chips down here, and I think it's piston on the left. Yup. Then the motor, and my great many diamonds. I had a lot more than that. I actually had an entire stack. But I used them all on making this thing, which we're not going to get around to showing this episode, unfortunately. 6 basic macerators. Oh, that took a while. So let's make sure we have enough room back here. Do I need 2 or 3 spaces? I think 2 will be fine. It'll be a tight squeeze, but 2 should be fine. So that's 3. Let's go get some dirt. We're not ready yet to do anything with them. They're just going to sit there and look pretty. You know, I took 6 dirt. I need 3. That's another one for that counter, guys. Hi, hi, hi. Right. And now we have 3 levitating macerators. Awesome. So, 6 basic macerators. All ready to grind things up into terrible tiny pieces. Great. So, that, unfortunately, will be the end of the episode. But, next episode we will deal with the single hammer that we have to make. And then the episode after that, we'll deal with the 3 furnaces we have to make. 6, 1, 3. Why? Because macerators are very, very slow. So I figured in creative that as far as being able to play, because you can make anything any size in creative, and I'm not going to go into the ratios of things, but 6 was a pretty good ratio to 1 hammer, because a hammer is very, very quick at what it does. It just takes crushed ore and smashes them probably like 1.5 seconds. So you can get what these guys output very, very quickly into 3 furnaces, because furnaces are roughly half the speed. Well, I think they're more like 4 times the speed of a macerator, but I think for making things smelt very quickly, we'll just use 3, and also it looks better. Furnaces are actually the cheapest of the whole lot, because if we look at a furnace recipe, we have some copper cable, some LV machine hulls, and some electric circuits. Very, very cheap compared to other things. A basic hammer. No, it's not called a hammer. What are you called? Canning, compressor, cutting, electric, extractor, extruder, lathe, macerator, microwave, printer, recycler, scanner, wire mill, centrifuge, electrolyzer. Look at all this stuff. Packer, unpacker, chemical reactor, fluid canner, rock breaker, maybe? It might be a rock breaker. We'll see. Replicator, brewery, fermenter, fluid extractor, distillery, chemical bath, polarizer, electromagnetic separator, autoclave, mixer, precision laser, forming press, fluid heater, slicing machine, sifting machine, arc furnace, plasma arc service. Where the heck is it? I think it might be the rock breaker. I think. But anyway, rock breaker, 3 furnaces, and that should do us for processing. And the other thing is that this entire thing alone will probably, running all at once, will require 2 turbines. And so that's 2 of these guys. One of these runs this whole thing. But it'll require 2 of them, and it will require the steam to be able to run 2 of them. So we've got to think about that stuff in the future as well. Anyway, that's the end of this episode. So thank you all for watching very much, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.